Esparza Ivana.
Here.
García Mariana.
Here.
González Camila Valeria.
Here.
Isa Rodrigo.
Here.
Gutiérrez Edna María. Jiménez Michelle.
Here.
Lamas Estefanía. López Marco. Madrigal Saúl. Martínez Sofía. Murillo Mariana. Tuño Santino. Peña Alejandro. Reina Luna. Juan Vanessa.
Here.
Torres Sofía. Vázquez Iñaki. Vázquez Daniela. Daniela Vázquez. Okay, we're all set.
What is I?
You have me out. Never even one left.
Well, technically.
Okay.
That's it.
Right over here, if you don't mind. Okay, great. Okay, class.
Here.
We have an opening activity, but first, let me ask you. You know the subject for today's class? Okay, today's class is about the parts of speech. How you speak. Those parts are important because they will help you understand better, not just the meaning, but the structure. You are in an advanced level. So or by now, you should really understand the difference between what is right and what is wrong. And you can really detect when something is not quite right. So today we're going to learn the technical parts of those different sections in the way we speak, okay? You know that English is wonderful. We were discussing this yesterday. English, it has a lot of rules and exceptions. So that's why it's important to understand whatever it is part of this structure of how we speak. But in order to begin, we're going to have a Kahoot, okay? Have you tried that before? This is a great opportunity, so try to be ready. Get your phones out, it's allowed today. And we are going to begin. We have the moving, where is Kahoot?
Yes, please.
Is it here?
Take the presentation.
On the presentation, all right. Okay. Am I doing this right? Okay, there you go. Are you ready? We'll show you. Thanks. We'll show you the code so you can log in, okay? Do we have a prize for the winner? Okay, we have a prize for the winner. That's good news. Thanks. So this is the code. Either scan it or type it. Check if you can see your name on the screen. Here's prize. Great. Thanks.
I really think that's.
I know. That's it. It was difficult to raise a car up here, so it's fine.
What the question is something that
Are you ready? Shall we begin? The names are still moving, so I'm guessing. Okay, raise your hand if you are not There, yeah. Okay, well said. Should I continue from here? Great. Okay, be careful. Here we come. Parts of speech extended. What is teacher? Adjective, verb, noun, or modal?
I don't think really like.
Okay, it's a noun, remember. What are nouns?
Person.
Exactly. So this is a noun. Okay, let's go to the next one. You alert? Sleep. What is it? Adjective, verb, noun, or modal? Don't say it out loud, guys. Let everyone decide for themselves. So, okay, it's a verb. Right? Great, thanks. Let's go to the next one. Beautiful. What kind of word is beautiful? Is it an adjective, a verb, a noun, or modal? Great. All of you got it right. Excellent. Congratulations, guys. This is very, very good for the results. Let's see about the speed. If it's working, who's brave badger?
Yeah.
Okay, you're doing just fine. Keep it up. Let's go to the next one. The one. So you see that conjunction, a verb, a noun, or an article. Well, most of you got it right. It's an article. Okay, great. So how does it work for the results? Great, badger. Okay, very good. Keep it up. Next one. Slowly. What kind of word is slowly? An adjective, a verb, adverb, modal? What is it? Slowly. Remember. Whoa, that was confusing for some of you. What do you think it was confusing?
It's slow.
It's driving fast.
Okay, okay. Slowly, adverb. Officially, exactly, adverbs are words that describe verbs, okay? Adverbs. You can imagine this as an advertising for verbs, right? Adverb, okay? So it's easier for you to remember, to recall that. Okay, next one. Okay, looking good. Watch out, there's someone very near. Can't. What is can't? Adjective, verb, noun, modal. One can be confusing. I don't think. Okay, good for the ones who detected that it's a model. Okay, special kind, good. You got it right. Most of you anyway. Wow, look at that. Who is lovely koala? Okay, you're up now. Next one. Friendly. Friendly. Adjective, a verb, a noun, a modal. Friendly. Okay. Going to be challenging. With, alert, with, conjunction, preposition, pronoun, modals. What is it? With. Whoa, preposition. Look at that. Was it difficult?
Yes.
I can understand why. Let's do the next one. We're not done. From. What is it? It was a divided decision, right? Preposition. Okay, great. Do you know the prepositions? Can you name some of them? Did you learn it in sequence? Because in Spanish, it's very common to learn those in sequence. So you tend to recite that as a poem. In English, no, it's different.
I used to remember the prepositions in first grade of,
Elementary school?
Yeah, I learned them by a spoon.
Yeah, that's the way most people learn prepositions in their own mother tongue and when they're learning English. Exactly. Okay. Hey, well, this keeps moving. Who is the gentle frog? This is a very competitive group. I really like that. Let's go to the next one. Great. Great, like our students, right? So great is what? This one is easy. I'm sure you know it. Exactly. Most of you anyway guess that is an adjective, and you are great because of that. Okay, let's see what happens. Okay. Pay attention. And remember, we're discussing this conjunction article preposition model. What is it? Conjunction. I know why it's confusing. All right. Scores. Okay, alert. My big dog. This one is different. What is it? This one goes back to Spanish. Remember, if it helps you, can translate that. You shouldn't, but it works. Subject, because it doesn't have a verb, right? So it's the first part of the sentence. It was a little bit surprising, but still most of you. No, not most of you, only 7 of you. Okay, so big, an adjective, right? But my big dog is a part of the sentence, which is the subject, right? Great. Be careful because the next ones may be tricky. Since. What happened? What happened here? Okay. Those special cases are tricky, right? Just hurry up. Watch it. May. This one may be tricky. May be tricky. So what do you think it is? May. It doesn't matter. Both are correct. Both are correct. Take a look at this. So if you said it was a noun, you were referring to a month, right? If you said it was model, that's also correct. It may be correct, okay? So it was tricky, but still both interpretations are correct and both receive points. And now we have amusing rabbit. Who is amusing rabbit? Very good. So nothing is decided yet, and we are in the final question. Fast. That should be easy. That should be fast. Okay. Why are they both correct?
One can strike a verb and another can strike a person or something.
That's
Because it's like,
well,
it's like
lastly, it's the way it works in your mind, but it doesn't exist as a word. That's why it's both.
it's like walking fast.
Yeah, you walk fast.
Yeah,
It's qualifying the verb, right? Okay, perfect. So both answers are correct, and most of you got it right. Let's go to the final one and see what happens with the score. Because it keeps moving. Last chance. Well, another tricky case, right? What do you mean well? I mean well. Yeah, you're correct. Can be different things or different interpretations, but never mind. Both are also correct. So why would you say well is a noun?
it's like, well, I don't know about the word.
Yeah, try it. It's a place where you won't get water from, right? So that could be a thing. So it would be a noun, but well can also be an adverb because it qualifies a verb, right? You did it well. Okay? That was the last one, and so let's see what happens with the score. Here is the podium. Third place, decisive rhino, very good. Second place, yellow frog. So what happened at the end? A missing rabbit. Who is a missing rabbit? Okay, very good, Ana Maria. I will throw it right here. Thank you. Thank you for everything. Great. Shall we move on? So this was to get you acquainted with the concept which you already know. And let's see how it applies with the next part, with the next slide. Let me go back to the presentation. You see right here? Is this the one? All right, this is the one. Oh, it should have done that. You are, okay. So this is the first part. This is the explanation, but also an exercise. Yes. Don't take long, please. Okay, so this is from your book. It's page 17. And we also have the grammar and vocabulary bank on page 150. So here are different parts of the speech, and we have to identify them from the paragraph that we have in the lower part of your screen. So let's read the paragraph from the text on culture shock and find an example of each of these parts of speech from the underlying words in the text. Okay, let's begin with the verb. Can you find a verb over there? You want it out?
Arrive.
Arrive. Okay, so let's click and see if it's right. Arrive. Let's use those colors to identify them. So arrive. Here it is. Arrive. Very good. Okay, the next one, a noun. Where do you see a noun? But from the underlying words. Yeah, it could also be UK. That's correct. Let's see. Well, language, but it's not the only one. The language is a thing, right? It's a noun. Okay, let's go to the next one. Adjective. Embarrassing. Okay. Adverb. Can you find one? Okay. Quickly. Correct. A preposition. There are many, but the underlying words.
No. No, eat
No.
eat
Let's see.
the.
Good. Okay. Let's go to the article. Where is the article here from the underlying words? The, okay. There it is. What about the conjunction? Okay. The majority says that it's although and it's correct. A pronoun. Them, correctly. Why them is a pronoun? Remind me the rule. What is a pronoun?
They are subjects.
Yes. You don't name them specifically. So them. Here it is. Okay, great. This is a big phone call I'm receiving. I'm not answering. Okay. I hope you don't mind. I should have turned off the phone, which I do right now. I'm not really sure what's the matter with this, but I have to turn it off. Sorry about that. Okay, let's go to the next one. So the first one was a practice that we have together. Now I would like you to help me identify if this is an adjective or a noun in each one of the cases. How should we do this? You have your words.
What does it say?
I think I'll do this. It's a slur. I think it's around. Okay, let's do this for the next part. Yes. Okay, who would like to go first? Are you for trying? Okay, let's begin with the first case, zero case. So students, well, that's one is already answered, but can you tell me why? Students living overseas for the first time can suffer from
Loneliness.
loneliness.
You want to know why they can feel lonely? Oh, why it's lonely?
Well, it doesn't sound right, suffer from lonely. Maybe the student can be lonely, but in this case, it's loneliness. And what is loneliness? Is it an adjective or noun?
Oh, it's an identity.
Really?
Now?
Yeah, lonely would be, right?
Yeah.
He's lonely, he's feeling lonely. Remember the rule, you have a very nice rule that can be used for. Did you get it? Oh, the marker. Yeah, no, it's fine. Remember that, if you can use the adjective with someone, he's feeling lonely, sad, hungry, and it's different when you are talking about loneliness as a thing. If it's a thing, then it's a noun, okay? Let's go to the next one. Who would like to get the next one? You would like? Who would like? Now, please raise your hand, because next time, okay. Please read the sentence, see if it sounds right with either options.
It can take some time to adapt to a different culture.
It's different, right? So it's not different. So what would you say different is? An adjective or noun?
Yeah,
Let's see. Why did you say it was an adjective?
because it's like describing something.
It is different, right? So different is not a thing. So that's why it's not a noun, okay? Would you like to get the next one? Thank you. Independent. Okay, so this person is independent. So what is it? An adjective or a noun? An adjective, or do you agree?
Yes.
Okay, great. It's an adjective. Very good. Who would like to get the next one? Thank you.
Silence often means the comfort of their own.
The comfort, not the comfortable, the comfort. So comfort, what is it?
A noun.
A noun, because comfort is a thing, right? It's a noun. Very good. Thank you. Who would like to get the next one? We're doing just fine. This is just two more. Go ahead. Thank you.
Can cause significant problems.
Significant problems. That's correct. So what is significant? Significant is an adjective or a noun?
No, an
You
adjective.
don't agree?
Adjective.
Why did you say it was an adjective? Which is good. Why did you say that?
Because
In describing the problems that you have.
It's describing. That's why it's an adjective. Exactly. Yes, go ahead. You want to take the next one? Okay, the last one. Go ahead.
Studying overseas offer many possibilities.
Offers many possibilities. And what is this? An adjective or a noun? Possibilities, the possibilities, right? The possibilities, so that's why it is a noun. Okay, great. Are we doing all right with the time? Okay, thank you, class. You have been very helpful with this. I really appreciate it. Let's go to the next one. The next one is a different case. Let's read the instruction. Who would like to help me reading the instruction, please? Go ahead. Please.
Of the right speech is useful in building your knowledge of the word boundaries. Myths first are made in noun. Complete the table with any verbs or nouns. Ignorant in noun or verb form appears in the one.
So this is a little bit more complex because we have to adapt the words. It has to be the same meaning, but the structure of the word is different accordingly if it's a noun or it's a verb. So the noun is advise. Advice is a thing. How would you turn that into a verb?
Advising, having.
If you are talking about that tense, yes, that could be, but let's see what happens. Okay, so it's time for the squirrel. Could you get the first one? There you go. So can you help us? Let's first see what happens. You can, of course, talking of a verb, use different tenses, and then you can say it in present, past, future, and so on. So in this case, The simplest way to put it as a verb is advise. But in this case, pay attention to the difference. The advice, the thing that you are giving, is using a C. But in this form, as a verb, you use an S. Okay? You are advising. The advising is correct. Advise, it has. So it's great. Can you use that in a sentence?
Teacher advice that we have to. I wrote it.
Great, thank you, thank you. So, throw the squirrel too. Who should answer the next one? Great, thank you. Go ahead. So, in the next one, we have the verb inform. So, what would be the noun?
Information,
Information, it makes sense, right? So, can you use that on a sentence?
what information?
Yes.
Okay, so, the document teacher made us read had a lot of information.
Okay, great, thank you. So, who will be next, according to Matt? There you go. Thanks for rescuing squirrel. The next one is also a verb, arrive, to arrive. So what is the noun? How do you turn arrive into a thing?
Get, maybe, I don't know.
You don't?
Arrival?
Arrival is correct. So can you use that in a sentence?
The arrival of the plane was at 7 a.m.
Right? Excellent example. There you go. So who's next? Watch it, or it will hit you in the head. That was for you. Okay. So the next one, education is a noun. How would you turn that into a verb?
Okay,
Educate. Okay. So can you use that in a sentence?
the teacher's work is educators.
The teacher's work is? It's fine, it's fine.
Educators is educating us.
So educate us is fine, educating is fine, educate, I mean, there are different tenses and it's fine. You are using it as a verb, so that's correct. Just be careful not to use it as a noun, okay? Who would you like to have the next one? There you go. We're doing fine. So the verb is invite. So what is the thing? Okay, let's see. Can you use that in a sentence?
Yesterday I did an invitation to my
Great, excellent example. Okay, so invitation and invite. Be aware of the differences because this is the key of this session, that you understand how this structure creates language and creates communication. You tell us who goes next, please. There you go. Thank you. So the next one, the thing, the noun is experience. What is the verb? To
Experiencing.
experiencing would be once it's in an appropriate tense, but if you want to say it as a verb on its own,
Experiencing.
well, that's in past, it's fine. I mean, but
Experience, no?
it's exactly the same. Okay, this is one of those interesting cases where it's exactly the same word, either as a noun or as a verb, which is why we tell that English is wonderful, right? Because the rules are there just to be broken. Okay, who goes next? Thank you. So choose is a verb.
Choice,
I'm choosing, I chose, so the noun is a choice, correct? So can you use that in a sentence?
there was a difficult topic.
Yes, it was. Okay, great. Not for you and not now. Great, thank you. Who's next? You tried to talk, but you couldn't. It's yours. It's yours. Come on. Come on, it's an easy one. It's the last one. Apply. You can help her, sure. Go ahead. Apply is a verb. So how would you turn that into a noun? A thing. No, that's already chosen. No, apply. Apply is the verb and the thing application. Okay, can you use that in a sentence? Great. That's very near, right? Just a couple of years. Very good. Okay, so I hope it's getting clear for you that everything about this class is meant to help you not just communicate, but understand also the meaning. Some cases you need context. In some cases, you don't really get what is being said if you only see one word. That's why it's important to understand these differences and to learn how to apply them, okay? Thank you for the experience. It's been great. So now this is part of what you are going to do on your own. You want me to send it back? It's too far. It's too far. They're in a short distance, just in case. You don't want to hit your teacher, right? She's not here, but let you know. Sure, go ahead. Hmm?
How is the squirrel name? What is this?
Yeah, I would like to know too. I wanted to ask you.
Gilbert.
Gilbert, yeah, okay, Gilbert, that's the name. You should be familiar with Gilbert, because I think you were gonna see him, her, it very often now. Okay, it's a great tool. It's a great tool. I wanted to bring them all, but I think it's pretty clear. And you may break something. Okay. Can you take it over right here?
I see that.
Just 1 second. Okay, that's why we have an issue. Okay, so this is a practice, but it is something that you have to do on your own, okay? So please use the list from the previous screen, this right there on your page, and you have to use those words to complete the sentences. As I told you, the word in itself doesn't mean anything. That's why you need to add context. And the context right here is what is going to let you understand the word that is needed there. But do it on your own. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, sure. Don't take long. So try to complete it on your own, please, using the words on the list. I'll give you a few minutes, and then I will ask you if you can share the work results with the rest of the class. It's only from the table that we just completed in the previous activity, right? Let me know if you have questions, doubts, you would like to comment something. Fine. Finish? Right. Thank you. How does it look? Good? Okay. Really finished, right? Yes. How are you reading? Right. English? Okay. Because I think the original English has many. I think the range of vocabulary is wider than what most Americans use right now. So it's also right for learning English. Yeah, it gets tricky. I used to read Stephen King, and even if he's not author of popular books, his language is very ample. I like Stephen King. Well, the one I read first, which was It. It's a break of, I think, 1,200 pages or so. So every time I read a new word, I forced myself to check it out in the English to English dictionary to understand the meaning without translating to Spanish. For instance, in the first opening page, the author describes a noxious stench. You know what a noxious stench is? Noxious stench. Yes. Those are words that we don't even use in Spanish. So that's why I like Stephen King. So look it up. Noxious stench. It's not something you see every day.
How do you spell it?
Noxious, N-O-X. Noxious.
Not just.
You see the stench. Stench. Yeah, it stinks.
Yeah, that's just I-U.
Check it out. Yes. Are you the first? Your answer? I'll give you a few minutes. Did you all finish? Raise your hand if you're still working on it. Okay, well said. Okay, let's hear your answers for this part of the exercise. So the first one, living overseas, please come in. Living overseas can be an exciting experience. Okay, let me see if the answer is out there. I think they are, oh, sorry about that. Experience, correct. So the next one, raise your hand, go ahead.
We would like to invite you to attend an interview next.
Excellent. An interview next week. Excellent. Go ahead.
I'm not sure where to study at home or overseas. It's a difficult choice.
Choice, exactly. And that may be the case with you in a while, right? Okay, when you're, what? Who would like to go next? Yes, please. Excellent. This is a great class. I think I got the best group, right? Did I? Okay. Who'd like to go next? I didn't see who answered first. Please, you first, and then you. I'll be right there with you. Okay.
Apply for the job that is in this part.
What?
Apply.
Apply, okay. Apply for the job.
Most parents want to give their children a good education.
Education, that's correct. And that's why you're here. Thank you, guys. Okay, your tutor will inform you on the live one. Ah, what? Hmm?
You can understand both.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
You can both work. Both of them.
If both words are on the list, it's possible. Did you change the word or was it like this original?
It was like that. It was.
Okay,
there is a
okay.
charming-
So, the thing is that we need what? What part of speech we need here? What is this part? A verb. So are those verbs, both of them? Inform or advise?
Yeah.
Let's go to the meaning of the words to understand. It's not that it's not right, it's that it's different. So when you inform someone, is it the same level as when you are advising someone? No, it's not the same level. I can just inform you that there may be trouble ahead, but if I advise you, I will give you the way to avoid that problem, right? So I don't want to say that those are wrong. They are choices. I would say that the word is correct, but it's just a matter of how far you like to go. And the last one. Go ahead. Please do. And this is why it was better right here, because if you place inform here, it doesn't look that correct. I don't think it looks quite right here, right? What do you think? So that's why these examples are for. They force you to think. They force you to find not just an adequate answer, but the best one. And that's why this is important. When you are applying for a test in English, they will force you to find this perfect place, this perfect conjugation, this perfect meaning. That's what they want. They want to distinguish who is an expert in the use of language and who is only learning. Once you apply for those tests, it's very important that you feel really 100% certain that your option is the right one, because the system will detect that. So this is why this experience is important, because once you get experience and once you read, you have to read a lot. Your mind will tell you immediately when something is not quite right. You may not be able to point it out. You may not even know the grammatical rules for those mistakes, but you can still see them. And that's one important part of the test that you are going to face in a few months from now. Okay? Questions, comments? Well, I really would like to thank you. You have been a wonderful group. We will go to the last part of this session, which is the homework, which is where you can independently answer and, of course, show that you have learned what we have been covering right here. Should I click here? No. No? Okay. So this is the homework. This is the homework, and I understand that there is a motivation for the ones who will finish that, but I will leave that to your professor. Thank you for the opportunity. It's been great. This is, and I have to tell it now, not before the class. This is the first time I've taught a class of English. I teach a class in English, but it's urban design. So this is a first for me. And so I'd like to thank you all for this great experience. An applause for everyone. Thank you. You have Great, and excellent, excellent. Thank you. I really thank you for your professor. He was very